Welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Prophecy. So, in the last episode we did a lot of stomping around, doing all the things that we needed to do. So, let's follow up the campaign missions. I love this star map. Okay. A forsaken station. I received a most urgent message. Uther's ancient fortress monastery has returned from the warp in a sparsely populated system near an abandoned star fort. According to the Inquisitorial archives, the station used to be a secret base of Uther Tiberius, which was sealed and deactivated by the Inquisition. The hunt for the Martyr continues there. This looks like an inviting place.
Tech Priest, this Imperial facility has been abandoned for a very long time. Are you certain the Alpha Pariah is here?
The data burst from the machine spirit was an emergency signal. The Alpha Pariah left the Martyr to follow an unidentified Vox transmission originating from these coordinates.
I need more information on this place.
Cursory data siphoning reveals that the deeds of Foundation bear the seal of Uther Tiberius.
This must have been one of his secret hideouts, designated to aid his pilgrimage.
Humans! No corner of the galaxy is
Sorry
free
about that.
from their unfortunate existence.
I assume this one is with the Harbinger too.
I am an Inquisitor of Holy Terror. Explain your presence here.
Tell me, human, do you speak the language of dream riddles and dead gods?
Enough of this babble. Answer my question.
I thought so, monkey. You wouldn't understand our purpose here, not even if I wanted to answer your question. But I don't.
Okay. I didn't really expect you to either.
Interesting. Most Aeldari either live on their star-faring craftworlds or sail as corsairs.
These are proven facts.
My point is that these Eldar don't look like corsairs, so what are they doing here? And they are showing more hostility towards the Imperium than usual.
Analysis shows that their tribal heraldry is unique. These Eldar specimen don't belong to any craftworld listed in the folios of the Unholy in the ship databanks.
I must investigate these Xenos, but the Alpha Pariah is the priority.
Uploading the coordinates of the sensorium to your data slate. Access the surveillance system there. It could provide information on the Alpha Pariah and the Xenos presence.
Interesting. The Eldar are quite beautiful.
Another Xenos race dreaming about greatness.
Cortical Lexicana module has flagged in important information. Supplementary notes on the Eldar suggest that some of them might carry memory crystals, used for information storage.
That could be useful. I will examine the bodies. You are right, Tech Priest. How can I access the contents of this crystal?
Secondary analytical coils activated. Converting and X-loading data to your data slate now.
Aeldari Memory Crystal Zeta 7612. Report collated by Tech Priest Omicron Arc. Translation Protocol Epsilon 23 Lucius. Pseudo-neural translation protocol on the provided material executed. Raw transcription. Loriak still sings in my dreamless dreams about lost hopes and fallen heroes, plus the Empire of corpses and soulless ones are rejoicing in destruction and betrayal and selfish rage. Plus Tuathal must heal even if we fall, plus the exarchs of the corpse must perish first. One gone, one to go. Conclusion. Loriak is a reference to an Eldari maiden world destroyed by exterminatus. The records in the archives are inconclusive, as the Inquisition formally never ordered the exterminatus. According to a complaint by Inquisitor Theoden Mercer, reference Inc. 1251-7836 TME, Inquisitor of the Ordo Xenos, the Caligari Conclave had an informal alliance with the Tuathal Eldari, and a direct aggression against the Xenos would be counterproductive. Okay.
Tech Priest, did you monitor any Vox activity recently on behalf of the Inquisitor stranded on the Martyr?
Negative.
Then the chances of finding the Inquisitor are reaching suboptimal levels.
I have been compiling information on the Craftworld from the memory crystal.
A summary will suffice.
Tuathal is a minor Craftworld, primarily roaming in the Caligari Sector. This Aeldari megastructure has been constantly succumbing to a significant chaos infection that is gradually turning it inhabitable. The Tuathal Aeldari have been slowly abandoning the infected Craftworld, relocating to the maiden worlds in the sector. This is what I have for now.
Keep me updated.
So quite interesting.
The wrath of the Emperor is upon you, Xenos. The once proud race fallen low.
Howling Banshee, indeed. Moving along.
I have begun gathering information on the recent history of Maiden World Loriach.
Proceed, Margos.
Most of the information is classified, but it seems that after the recent Tyranid Hive Fleet was destroyed in the subsector, a substantial number of the surviving Xenox attacked the Tuathal Maiden World and tried to assimilate the local biomass.
Interesting. But I have a situation here, Margos. We will resume shortly.
Have a situation. Uh-huh.
The Xenos taint must be purified.
There certainly is a lot of there. I wonder where the music went. This big thing is a bit slow.
You are living on borrowed time, Aeldari, but not for long.
Quest marker is this way. Hey. Ah, orb spiders.
Inquisitor, The contents of the memory crystal suggest an explanation for the hatred of the Craftworld Eldar.
There is no acceptable explanation for turning against the Imperium, but carry on.
The Tuatha Eldar requested assistance from the Imperium when their maiden world succumbed to the Tyranid invasion, but Soul Forge World intercepted the message. The Adeptus Mechanicus decided to purge the Tyranid threat in their own jurisdiction and ordered a full-scale exterminatus on the Aeldari world.
Logical. The results of biomass denial override the sanctity of a Xenos world.
Loriach has become a barren wasteland, devoid of all life. These Aeldari on their dying craft world lost their last hope of escape from their demise. They blame the Imperium for their fate.
Sounds slightly understandable if you ask me. The Forge General of this Forge World Thule seems a bit suspect, but I guess that's kind of in the cards. Given the hints we've gotten so far.
The Tech Priest is skimming through the personal logs in the Tech Priest data hoard from the facility.
Subjective records are really suitable for proper analysis.
He highlighted a few curious details. After the excommunication of Uther Tiberius, the place was investigated thoroughly and used by the Inquisition. After a fatal Chaos incursion, it was abandoned on the order of the Caligari Conclave.
Which means that the Eldar didn't attack the station.
No, they just took possession of the facility.
A boss with a crown.
The Harbinger is still in the human shrine. I need to return there immediately.
The spirit stones of our brothers and sisters are empty husks. How is this even possible?
The Harlequin warned us, and foolishly we ignored her words. I will deal with the Harbinger. You stand guard here. We have a new intruder.
Hey. Whoa, okay.
Access the terminal to open surveillance mode and restore power to the facility.
I certainly can do that.
I've located the Alpha Pariah. She's on Shrine Level Alpha 4. I need to return to the ship. Then I will find her. Blessed be the power that suffuses the ancient machinery in this fortress.
Interesting. I'll get the music back. Got kind of quiet without the music. Yeah. Good. Okay, so checking out the loot first and foremost. There is absolutely nothing. Let's get the ability to equip offensor modules. And janitor module. The constructability. Additional equipment slots. That seems like an interesting Initialization. Data flux reduction. Oh, hello. That looks interesting. Let's go with that one and then we can call them. Let's just go sell stuff we have. There we go. And I don't think we have anything particular to do, so let's just go on. Fly up to the next mission. Aeldari invaders. My great surprise, the Star Fort was occupied by Aeldari forces. The Xenos intruders were also seeking the legacy of Uther Tiberius, the being known as the Alpha Pariah. According to my tech priest, the hostility of these Eldar is rooted in an unfortunate exterminatus against an Aeldari maiden world. I have no time to dwell on past mistakes. Securing the Alpha Pariah is the only thing that matters. He certainly is an Inquisitor. There isn't much empathy or compassion here. We exterminated an entire world. Oh well, it's a past mistake. We have other priorities. This place.
Inquisitor, the Argos are detecting significant hostile forces on this level. Are you absolutely sure you want to go in alone?
This is the most optimal decision. Based on the facts I have gathered on the Alpha Pariah so far, she would be a valuable asset to the Imperium.
This place looks really impressive. And again, it's a cathedral to the Emperor. God Emperor.
A once proud race fallen low.
With heretics. Stop that.
Another Xenos race dreaming about greatness.
Oh dear. I feel I lost most of my constructs there. There we go. But yes, they definitely could use more movement speed because they are lagging behind. What's this?
I have noticed a sudden swarm of cherubim. What is happening, Margos?
By restoring the power grid, you have activated the local cherub shrine.
Are these cherubim performing surveillance on this level?
This is their standard behavior pattern after an extended hibernation cycle. If I may give you some advice, you can access the information gathered at the cherubim shrine.
Yes. Surveillance data is the prerequisite to tactical planning.
Okay.
You'd rather hide on your precious craft.
Whoa, whoa.
The wrath of the Emperor is upon you, Xenos.
Nothing of interest here, just a supply chest, which we don't need, so let's move back and go the other way. Following the cherubim. Oh.
I will send your soul into the vault.
2 Wraith Guards. What are those things doing? They're kind of disturbing. Slightly. Not just slightly, they are actually very disturbing. Castellan power fists.
The Xenos taint must be purified.
New investigation. Okay. What is this power fists thing? Mastercrafted weapon model. Cataphrone power axe. Okay, so these okay, right. That's useful. Planetary evaluation. Acting agent Inquisitor Lothar. Recipient Inquisitor Helena Goslar in the Caligari Conclave. The system is the Ultima Thule. Planet is Thule. Category Forge World. Jurisdiction Adeptus Mechanicus. Preliminary observation. Even after the devastating invasion of the Tyranid Hive Fleet Garm, Forge World Thule is still standing strong due to the dauntless legions of the Adeptus Mechanicus protecting this colossal heart of industry. The massive manufactorums are relentlessly churning out weaponry and machine parts to supply the sector with the gifts of the Omnissiah, as the tech priests are prone to preach around here. Fabricator General Tybalt Virtax. Gathering information on the Fabricator General in his center of power is bordering on the impossible. Virtax is considered a competent, logical, and devoted leader, ruling the Forge world with iron fist. By all accounts, he's a respected member of the Cult Mechanicus, although even his most devoted followers admit that he has his own agenda, and he is willing to dedicate long decades to see his plans come to fruition. I suggest that the Conclave should keep him under strict observation in the future. Yeah, gee. Xenorite influence? The most disturbing realization during my investigation is the strong influence the Xenorites seem to have over Forge World Thule. The Puritans of the Conclave have harbored significant reservations regarding this Cult Mechanicus faction for a very long time, due to the Xenorite dedication to heretical Xenos technology, and my findings only reinforced our prevailing uncertainty. Forward to Caligari Conclave archives, copies also rendered for the inspection of the Department of Morality. That sounds like an interesting department. Those shadow specters are very annoying. Oh, those grenades. Why is there a tech shrine here? Let's resummon our constructs. I have a vague suspicion that this room contains some massive boss.
You have reached the main cherub mainframe, Inquisitor.
Accessing the cherub picked feed repository is the next logical. The wrath of the Emperor is upon you, Xenos. Teleport beacon in range. We'd rather hide on your precious Craftworld.
Eldar's hiding on Craftworld? That doesn't sound too logical. Okay. Let's have this one.
The Harbinger's fate resonates in the future. We're at the crossroads where oblivion looms close.
The one who sees his own doom can better avoid its path.
Spare me. She is dangerous. If we choose poorly, not even the Whispering God can save us.
She is magnificent, isn't she? Like the death of a son.
Her sheer existence fills me with revulsion. But still, she's just a monkey and a weapon waiting to be used.
Quite the contrary. She has finally taken the stage. Everything will unfold from here.
Then we should play our parts too. Warriors, proceed!
I think that'll go too well. As expected.
Analysis. The Alpha subject has been manifesting powers currently unlisted in the classified Psyche Index.
What a tantalizing glimpse into the true potential of the Tiberius research. I must secure her immediately.
You think we can do that? Did I teleport now? Summon constructs again. This room doesn't look too
Accessing
promising.
the sacred mechanism now.
Well, if this is a cathedral, it's definitely getting redecorated.
The mere existence of the Xenos is a stain upon the galaxy.
There we go. Like one big levels again.
This is Inquisitor Kraybart speaking on behalf of the Ordo Hereticus of the Holy Inquisition. We have received your code-red astropathic transmission, and our fleet is calculating arrival vector as we speak. Prepare to join our forces shortly.
Reinforcements are almost there. Why don't you just wait for them?
The Alpha Pariah has no control over her abilities, and she will react to danger fiercely. And the Ordo Hereticus are not famous for their patience.
Indeed.
The mere existence of the Xenos is a stain upon the galaxy.
Here. Oh, unidentified blueprint. That's. Thank you. Plasma gun. For what I that for on this character, but always nice to have blueprints.
Are you trying to flee the mayhem of your own doing?
I am nothing but an observer of the unfolding tragedy.
Stop speaking in riddles. What tragedy?
The Harbinger was brought into existence for a reason. She is either the fall or the last hope of your misguided kind.
Is she now? Tell me everything about the Alpha Pariah, or I will kill you.
You have no sense of timing, human. We will meet again at a more suitable place and time.
That's the
What
Harlequin.
in the name of the Emperor was that creature?
A Harlequin, a member of an extremely militant and highly cultured subgroup within the Aeldari race that doesn't belong to any faction. Know the Xenos. Kill the Xenos.
Yep, that sounds about right. This way is... Let's just explore the little crooks and nannies.
Slaanesh is waiting for you, Eldar.
Oh. Also another unidentified brute.
Once proud race fallen low.
That one. Gun. I think we'll have that. Chest.
You'd rather hide on your precious Craftworld.
But they don't live in a craft world.
You are living on borrowed time, Aeldari, but not for long.
Eat. The tech shrine, which there's a boss around here. Oh yes.
The persistence of your kind, Monkey, almost makes you interesting.
I will not rest until I have secured the Imperial subject.
Why? She is unnatural. She is everything we both consider repugnant.
That is totally irrelevant to the situation.
Still, you don't need to be concerned about her. We will need her alive.
I will send your soul into the war.
Warlocks. Ah, the overheat.
The wrath of the Emperor is upon you, Xenos.
Should be it.
Another memory crystal. It might contain new clues.
Translation protocol. Again, blah blah blah. Farseer Menrith is the greatest among us. He saw the abyss coming in the form of a Monkey girl. Plus he saw our salvation by stealing the future of those who stole our future. Plus the victories of the Farseer are great against the fallen Monkey and nightmares. And the servants of the beyond, yet my heart is heavy. Plus Tuathal is fading while we spend our efforts on fickle dreams. Plus the Monkey deserve our wrath, but the stars are not right. Conclusion Alpha. The Eldar warhost is led by an infamous Farseer. Infamous. These Farseers act as augurs and seers for the Eldar race, although as a somewhat advanced civilization they ought ostracize such superstitions. According to Ordo Xenos records, Farseer Menrith led several successful campaigns in the past against chaos cults and Tyranid-infested planets. So far, he has wisely evaded the wrath of the Imperium. Conclusion Beta. Since Craftworlds are semi-organic megastructures serving as habitat for the Craftworld Eldar, okay. A major catastrophe occurring on a Craftworld could explain the sudden aggressiveness of the Xenos and their frustration about their exterminated planet. Yeah, Craftworld versus Forge World. Sorry about that mix-up on my behalf. Boop, boop, boop. Now what? Oh. I feel there's a great deal of this place that we haven't explored though.
Xenos taint must be purified.
Okay, so that's them down, but... well, it's probably just 2 small rooms like these here, there, so it's not worth it to go all the way back there. It should be interesting.
Stay away from me! Did you see what I did to those... Eldar?
Yes, I have the picked records of the entire encounter for further analysis.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am an Inquisitor of the Holy Orders. I have been investigating the mysteries of Uther Tiberius. I'm here to take you to safety.
Uther Tiberius. What should I even call that man? My creator? My father? My nemesis?
I have insufficient information to answer your question at this time.
And what if I want to stay here? Will you kill me then?
Do you harbor any curiosity about your origins? Wouldn't you like to gain more information on your potential?
That's all I've ever wanted. But you didn't answer my question.
It was a foolish question. I can provide protection and a relatively comfortable existence for you. Rejecting my offer would be illogical.
I'll go with you. I don't feel I have any choice, anyway.
No, you could just wipe me out with a swipe of your hand, but okay. Ah. I didn't expect to get the Alpha Pariah on the actual ship. This campaign is quite interesting.
Inquisitor Cravat, you may be relieved to know that I have completed my mission without your assistance.
We expected no less of you. However, I demand that you cease your involvement in this matter and place the Martyr and that Alpha Pariah into Ordo Hereticus custody.
I am a seeker of knowledge myself, and I shall be involved in the ongoing investigation.
Other Tiberius was a heretic. The Martyr has clearly been a hotbed of heretical activity. This is Ordo Hereticus jurisdiction, and we will purge every last hole of that accursed ship.
The decks are swarming with daemons. Are you prepared to start a jurisdictional dispute with the Ordo Malleus as well?
I don't like your tone, Inquisitor. Not one bit.
We could make a compromise. I can give up the investigation on the Martyr, but the Alpha subject is the most intriguing asset for the Imperium we've had. I must study her abilities.
I usually don't compromise, but considering your stellar achievements in the fight against heresy, I am willing to make an exception.
I sense a but coming.
But we might need your help as well. A sudden outbreak of potentially chaos-related infestation on Cascadia Prime requires attention. We need our forces on the Martyr. If you are willing to investigate the infestation, you can take the Alpha subject with you. The Martyr cannot leave this system, though.
I can accept that compromise.
What a thoroughly unpleasant fellow. Level up. Oh, opponent. 2 points. I want the crawler. So how exactly does this skill tree work? So we have to go down that way and that way to get the Castellan Flamer path pattern. Want that one and that one, I think. How about the inventory? Oh, wow. Like relic. I have no intention either. Backgrounds? Sure. Better quality, but no. This one looks interesting. Oh. Yes, please. You. Nope. Nope. Definitely not. No. That. No, I'm not too fond of them. These. Yeah. Okay. So let's just sell these things quickly. Probably just the button. Manual this. Oh, we have new items, I think. They are particularly interesting. That one is. That one. Also interesting. One is definitely interesting. 3. Sell back.
Inquisitor, you promised me answers. Then you put me in another prison cell.
You are free to wander the vessel.
Right, so I'm allowed to leave this ship, where everyone is horrified or disgusted by me, for reasons I don't even understand.
You are the subject of a highly classified inquisitorial investigation, and you must be kept under constant surveillance.
So a prisoner. What have I done to deserve such fate?
You have done nothing wrong, yet. However, Tiberius abandoned you before you could perfect and expand your talents. Therefore, you pose a potential threat.
I don't know anything about that. I just have this energy inside me, squeezing, stretching, sometimes snapping, and then bad things happen. Like when the Martyr arrived at that fort.
What happened?
I was in a haze. I remember that the talking flesh servants on the walls were screaming at me to hide, but I couldn't. And those Eldar came for me. Then I woke up properly and made them hurt.
We will study your abilities properly. I will make sure that you only use them when it is necessary.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of a Vulcan. Huh. Let's have a look at the construct setup. Some. Hive Sector flow. 50 base damage. That does a dot. That traumatizes them. I think I prefer these guys. Oh, stuff. Oh, we get a vanguard at least. Yep. Well, that's about it. Guess we could craft another inoculator. Guess that should give us 3 item slots, I think. Go. Perfect. And then... wait. Ah. I can craft those now. But I require sparks of glory to craft. Not that I could use them, but still. Let's go modify that inoculator. So we have the purifier, which is decent. Extract is good. This one is probably the best one. And this one we can swap out this one. Inoculate usage 2, that's dangerous. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. If I just swap this one and then like that. Yeah, I think we'll instead. So that should be about it for this episode. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope that you're enjoying the storyline as much as I am. It's actually very interesting. So see you all next time.